All right, YouTubers, I finally got this load strapped down. It took me an hour and 15 minutes. I'm getting ready to head out. But a combination of this back piece right here with this strap right here is a little more difficult to deal with and very difficult to pull up on to get it to where it's tight. And so you got to really yank up on this thing with both hands and practically give yourself a hernia to get that tight. That was the most difficult thing. But then a combination of having to deal with a couple of newer straps bind up on each other, like this one right here. You can see it's all the way up against the edge here, and the newer straps tend to bind and more difficult to work with. Once it gets in there, once it gets worn, it tends to sit in the middle better. So I got this whole load strapped down and I'm getting ready to go on up the road. I always make sure my paperwork matches my basket numbers, my serial numbers. Right here is one serial number, right here is another serial number, and right here is another serial number. You can see sometimes it's painted on there, sometimes it's welded on there. And then this basket number is DNV 5781. So now I got to double check the paperwork, which I already did, but I'm going to do it again. The other thing you want to make sure of is whenever you have a piece like this one right here with a gate on it, you want to ensure that the gate pins are in place and cotter pins are in place, so you don't have anything coming apart or loose or swinging open on you on the road. And you can see I used a plastic corner piece up top here. The reason being is because anytime you have a gap like right here, you don't want that strap getting tucked in that gap. And anytime there's a place where there's a sharp edge, you always want to use a corner piece so it doesn't cut through your strap. And then you always come up top side and verify and make sure everything is in place before you hit the road, so nothing's going to fly out. And one final thing you want to check for is they often put tag lines, which are usually just pieces of rope tied to the basket. Any tag lines on the basket you want to cut off. The reason being, I heard, well, this stuff can get wrapped around your axle, and that's not good. And especially if you have a loose strap. So if you have a loose 4-inch strap and it comes off down the road, I talked to a semi-truck driver. He had another driver driving for him, and the driver failed to tighten one of these extra winch straps right here. It came loose, got wrapped around the axle, and actually ripped the axle off the back of the semi-truck trailer. So you always want to double check, triple check before you get on the road to make sure everything is very good and tight. So that's what I'm doing here. This just keeps my dovetail from bouncing when I'm empty, this strap here. And I always zip tie my excess. 2 is 1 and 1 is none, so I always use 2 just in case one comes undone, and I have had a zip tie come undone in the wind or whatever. And in Louisiana, I think you're allowed during the day 8 feet over the back. In Texas, it's like 4 feet. So I'm not in problem here. But if you are over the back, you're supposed to have a red flag. So even though I'm only 2 inches over the back here, I'm gonna put a red flag on the back here just for triple check everything and make sure everything's running by the book. I try to cross all my T's and dot all my I's, so I'm gonna grab a red flag and put that back there. I'll grab it out of my toolbox here. And at a future date, I'm gonna go over everything that I carry with me. But for right now, I've got corner pieces and I've got a lot of shaping gear. I got a little bit of everything, but I want to make sure I have what I need to get everything fixed if I need to make any kind of a fix. All right, welcome back here. And basically, just find a hole to tuck it into. Sometimes it's a real stretch. But there it is. All right. It's probably not the best filming job in the world, but I'm an amateur striving to go pro. Okay. Everything is solid on this trailer and ready to roll down the road. I want to